then a foot pedal that I always hold in my hand for some reason. I've been operating like that for years. I don't know why, but I keep the foot pedal in my hand.
Well, I'm going to be going that boom microphone route when my audio rack is all set up on the DIY audio rack setup. I'll be doing the foot switch boom mic thing, but I'm not there yet. I don't have it yet, but it will. It will happen.
You got a TR relay incorporated into that setup over there?
The DIY has provisions for a foot pedal or other external switching to key the radio, yes.
I see. Well, that's cool. And so you could use whatever receiver this doesn't have a receiver in it, it's just a transmit.
Yeah, it's just a transmitter. It has a built-in TR relay for the receiver, but I have an external relay to mute the receiver because it does have provisions for muting the receiver, but I ain't putting high voltage in through it. So I use a relay. So the relay takes care of the high voltage, and the transmitter takes care of low voltage switching. So by necessity, there's a relay. But if I had a solid state receiver and I was just muting the speaker or something, you could mute it with the transmitter. But I'm using a boat anchor, so I need external relay switching for the receiver.
Yeah. No, I was going to say, like, build a little command center control thingamabobber. That's what I ended up doing over here. And to use this Harris setup, man, I need a badass TR relay. It's got to be able to handle the full output of this, at whatever multiple you want for safety. But it's gonna be pretty cool, man.
When I had that 250 TH tube amp, it had this big honking transmit relay to turn on the high voltage. I mean, it was like a 5 or 6 inch square cube with big contacts on it. And when you went into transmit, it went kazonk. It was more like kazap, klunk. So, but yeah, all this other stuff. I got industrial relays to switch everything I switch around here that are well enough for the duty that I do. But yeah, if I went to some kind of other arrangement, I would need something beefier. But the relays I can get a hold of for free serve my needs to mute my butt anchor receivers.
Yeah, the free coaxial relays that I had laying around, I didn't trust with the output of this thing, so I ended up getting like a beefy Jennings coaxial relay, with PL259s, whatever, but it's large, it bolts with 3 bolts onto whatever the hell you want to bolt it to. But that's what I have to use over here with this thing.
Yeah, well, you guys are dealing with a lot bigger volts and amps than anything I got over here. Biggest thing I got to deal with is, a couple hundred B plus volts for B plus takeaway to mute butt anchor receivers. That's the biggest I got to deal with.
Yeah, well, the nice thing is the Big Blue, I can run everything through that. So, I don't need a big TR relay with that. I just use whatever, basically, and it goes in series with the output of whatever the hell, with the antenna. You know what I'm saying? But this Harris, it's just like a transmitter that you plug in. There's no provision for anything. You just output. So you got to do it that way. But I mean, I'm only 2.37 watts, but I might have the decibel in the wrong place. But you know what I'm trying to say, it's not much.
No, but you still have to switch over to your receiver when you're receiving, and you still have to mute your receiver when you're transmitting.
Yeah, and that's the little control center I was talking about that I made for this crap.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to get an idea. I mean, I have an idea, but to really know what's going on, I'd have to put my eyes on it.
I just made a nice little thing with it's a master relay and then like 5 other relays, and they all come out to a terminal strip, and then you basically just have all the contacts there. And when you want to hook up a transmitter or whatever the hell you need to go on and off with, when you key down, you just tie it in and out with that little terminal strip basically, and you can turn everything on and off with switches. It's simple. It's nice.
Oh, I think it's simpler to pair a transmitter with a receiver, have the TR relay on, there, and it gets switched, and the auxiliary contacts there, switch another relay to open up B plus, and each pair has its own setup, and then I have coax switch to put the coax or the antenna to whichever pair I plan on using.
Well, yeah, it's good stuff. You could use something like this. You could configure it like that to run everything you need to run. When you change states.
See, like I should have met you guys sooner, and this layout might have changed, and it may change in the future. The way I built my station was building my station from what I knew and what I understood. I had nobody show me how to do it, so I had to figure it out, and that's how I figured it out, and that's what seems to work for me. I know that's how they did it in the olden days when all they had was separates. So I just copied the old guys. I don't know about all this new fancy configuration that you guys are doing, but maybe I'll go down that road someday, and maybe I won't. But I wound up this way because I didn't know any better.
Honestly, I think mine is the control setup is a lot fancier here than Dave has. Like the simplest you can get. Like it's just one line that runs around and connects everything, and it just whether you turn the equipment on or not is what runs. So it's completely like up to the operator. It's just always there. Honestly, that's the most bulletproof way to do it. But what it's the same concept. It's just even simpler, and it just dependent completely on what you have turned on. That's the other way to do it. I just have a bank of switches. I can do it from standing in one spot.
And again, they both seem more complex than what I got going on. I pair up a receiver with a transmitter, and it has its own TR switching, its own muting relay, and hooked up to a antenna switch. So whichever pair I'm going to use, I just turn that pair on, put the antenna switch to the appropriate position, and there I go. I don't know if you could get any more foolproof than that.
Well, it sounds almost the same.
Yeah, I would like to have it, to a way that whatever transmitter I used, I could pair with any receiver I want. You know what I mean? That would give me more flexibility. I would like to be able to do that easily, but I don't know how to do that easily.
tired. I don't want to think too much. I can't think too much right now.
You're not required to think that much. This is a hobby. You think when required, and you go silly when you don't want to think. There's no real hard and fast rules on Classic Radio Roundup other than the regular generic rules and keeping it clean and that kind of thing. Other than that, there's no requirement to think.
What do you mean? I don't think it's officially time, too, actually.
Yeah, I guess I should open it up. For the Classic Radio Roundup 27115, the Classic Radio Roundup warm-up session is now concluded, and we open up 27115, Channel 13, to regular Classic Radio Roundup operation. This is your host, Spitfire 441, County-wide Radio.
What do you say there, Spitfire?
Good evening.
Roger on that. Kilowatts out here. He's listening to you.
10-4. All right. It's good to have dedicated sandbaggers. Even better to have participants on the Classic Radio Roundup.
I heard you all talk about the switches. I'm set up the same way.
Yeah, I'm set up the way I'm set up because I don't really know of any other way. But obviously there are other ways. But in my mind, it just increases complexity. And the more you make things complex, the more chances you got something to blow up.
Or you forget what setting you needed the switch to be on.
Yeah, right. I got to put up an operations chart just to operate that way. Now, if I want to use this radio or that radio or this radio, I turn it on and I put the antenna switch to it.
Yeah, Roger on that. CB Radio Room web page. Come on.
I do have to do a fair amount of plumbing. Way down on radios. And bands, for that matter.
Nothing wrong with plumbing. RF plumbing is wonderful stuff. Spitfire, are you hearing me in historic Bethlehem, Pennsylvania?
I hear you up there in historic Bethlehem, the Christmas City. You have to remind me your handle. I'll know it as soon as you say it, but my memory's not that great.
That's old Mr. Sandman. Is that right?
Sandman, is that right? Sandman? Up there in Christmas City? There was somebody else probably don't hear you, cut in on you, but you're making it fine here to me.
Yeah, that's the old Brownie giving that old feedback, John. But cool. Hey, Spitfire, I just want to say hello. And your other fellow, your friend there from Petersburg down that way, I want to say hello to, I forget your name. But I'll step to the side. I'll be listening in a little bit.
Well, thanks for checking in with us there, Sandman. Classic Radio Roundup. Good to hear you. Sounding good. And, yep, love the Browning squeak. No problem.
Yeah, John, thank you for that. Yeah, Shithouse Willie, what's going on? Yeah, the old Sandman 327. Personals Greg over here. Golf Romeo Echo Golf. We'll get down and get out the way.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, Shithouse Willie, or you can call me Big Beautiful Bill.
Billy, all right. Willie, can you hear John? He's up in Trixotown.
Yeah, I hear somebody in there, just on they're in there.
Alrighty, hey John, what's going on? How you doing tonight? I'm gonna sit here a little bit. I have a couple things I'm doing here. I'll get back with you.
Hey, I can hear that station up there in Trexlertown. Just let him know I can hear him down here around Pottstown. Couldn't hold a conversation with him, but I can tell he's there. Copy that. Yep, I heard you say you could hear me too. Yeah, you're making it down here to Pottstown. So glad to have you here in a Classic Radio Roundup.
Forward.
I got a little more aggressive with the AGC on my receiver. You're in there a bit better now.
The old 102-inch web. Yeah, it's doing a good job, John.
What's the 20 on the mobile radio?
That's Johnny's. I think I said Trexlertown. I should have said McCungy. He's up by the Velodrome, if you know where that is. That would be John.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that place. McCungy, I'm kind of familiar with.
I didn't catch where you were. I think I had some bleed over right there, but until maybe Ben Salem. But don't quote me on that. All right, John, he got Falcon here. He's down the line quite a ways. So, John, you're doing a fine job. Truck too. When you're driving though, that thing is swinging all over. It can't be the greatest for transmitting, but when you sit still, it works well. Yeah, no, the tune stays good with it considerably. It might move a little bit, but not going to hurt anything. Oh yeah, I was experimenting with mine too. Yeah, it takes the heat. It does get hot. I don't know if any other is going to take that. Well, you got the monstrosity you put on the roof with the big coil on it. That's a little too much. Yeah, if you make it flush and you make it movable, buddy, you don't want to molest your bed. That's a brand new truck. Yep, well, that works. So, yeah, the center might even be better. All right, I got to walk away a couple. I'll get back with you. Break 13. Go ahead, break. Yeah, you got the old D here. I was just wondering who am I speaking to? I'm sorry, the air conditioner just turned on. I got all the excuses in the world. And it's a fan noise in the background, I'm sure you can hear it. And that took out my receiver a little bit. I gotta turn this thing up and you'd have to come back. I gotta walk away though.
Yeah, I just wondered who it was. The handle here is Double D.
The name over there is OG, I think. I don't think I got that right. But you're making it up here around Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. You got a big mountain in the way due south of me. So it's only about a mile away from me, the big, 1,000 foot. So I've killed it up here a little bit, but here you're coming in.
Just curious, I'm in Gilbertsville, Pennsylvania. We're probably at least 35 miles away, maybe more.
35 is a good trip. There you go.
Yeah, that's the Sandman up there in Christmastown, Bethlehem, PA.
All right, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Hello here, Sandman.
He's got to be running a little juice.
Sandman, you got a copy on Rooster here? I certainly do, Rooster. What's up, man? How you been? Well, I've been good. I just wanted to say hello. I heard you out there. Real good audio and a nice signal rolling in, yep. Got the hill in the way for you too, but it's not affecting your signal. Hey, 10-4, yeah. There's a party up there on Speedy's 24 on the 30th. Of August, yep. Are you going to that? I gotta see what I'm doing. If when it gets a little closer, I'll get an idea. I have to look at the calendar, but I got it on the calendar now. It's filled in. Yeah, I try to usually make it up there. Okay, 10-4. Well, we'll talk to you later. You take care. All right, Rooster. Pleasure on this end. We get back with you. Check.
Rooster, what kind of power are you running? Hey, Rooster. Double D, what kind of power are you running? Just asking.
My water soft.
Pretty much.
Right, very good.
Yeah, but not a whole lot.
So all is right with the world.
Hey, 507, did
I'll text you.
Home Depot will
All right, very good.
same day? Like, if you need a air conditioner filter, you can just buy it from Home Depot and they'll come bring it to you?
Really? Are they trying to take over the world? They're just going to put like 10 bazillion guys out in cars to deliver an air filter that they can't make any money off of? What's that about, Billy?
I don't know, but the Amazon pricing is getting scammier and scammier because I went on there and I was looking and, like half or double price and more was like the cheapest stuff I could find. You can't even get it like the next day, most of it. So I was like, well, whatever. So I went on HomeDepot.com, half the price, like same stuff, free same day delivery. I was like, what? So I think they're trying to, get people to remember, like, you don't have to go on Amazon for everything.
That might be. I don't know. How much are they charging for Rudy Giuliani's latest book?
How much are they going to pay me to keep it away from me?
Yeah.
You got to call. You got to get on online and get the help, AI help crap, and say, I would like to read Rudy Giuliani's latest book, and how much more for a signature version?
Like that.
And then
Yeah, I think, like, for that stuff to work right, you got to pay for it. But the free stuff works pretty well. You just need to look up basic things.
I hope I'm in here enough that somebody can hear me.
I hear you. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I'm running generator power. We're out of power here.
Really? I was wondering where you were at. Generator power. I still should be enough to run stuff.
Low power.
That's amazing that you're out of power and I'm not. That's a switch. Well, we got quite a crew in here already. We got Billy the Kid, 507, Sandman, Rooster, Double D. Sorry if I missed anybody, but there's quite a list.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing. 327.
Where are you at, 327? I hear you.
That was John G. out in Makanji. That 327 is over here, Bethlehem.
Well, I heard him. There's other people speaking out in the distance, kind of covered him up or whatever, but I did hear him. He's not as strong as you are.
Move the house.
You get that thing up on the hill, yeah, I bet they hear you real good.
Worldwide.
Who's the breaker? I can hear you.
Cool.
Wait, what?
Oh, I got some Puerto Mexicuba border jumpers in there, taking out the further distant locals.
Somebody talking right now?
I'm not sure. Nobody local to me anyway.
There ain't nothing audible here.
I hear the Spanish-speaking stations all the time on this channel, pretty much. Like, pretty much every time we have classic radio around, they're in there at varying levels of loudness. Sometimes really, really coming in here.
And Sandbagger's in here on QRP power because he's on a generator.
You missed his cue.
Yeah, I mean, I can only open the door and hold it open for so long before somebody tries to close it and catches my foot in it.
1111.
9999.
I heard Bagger fine a minute ago.
Hope he didn't run out of gas.
He made his announcement that he was here and keep opening the door, but he doesn't speak.
Maybe you had to go pour some gas on the generator.
Or maybe you tried to pull too much current out of the generator, pop the breaker.
I know what that's like.
That means you need a bigger generator.
After Hurricane Sandy, I came home. There was half an element missing on my 5-element monobander's reflector. My tower was all the way down, which put my antenna at 38 feet, but it was still pointed at Europe. I got on with my Honda 2,000-watt inverter generator, my Collins 30S1, my FT1000D, and I'm going to make a contact. I'm going to get on here and make a contact, and I'm not going to quit until I make a contact.
Yeah.
I don't have a generator here, but when I was out of power for a couple of days, I got so desperate, I ran wires from the shack here to the garage and hooked up to my car battery, and I got on the air.
Well, there you go. That's the spirit of Field Day. Great going, Pete. You're getting down. I think that's what they call that.
You gotta try really, really hard to keep me off the air. You may be able to knock down my radiated power, but you can't keep me off the air.
I'll just jam a link couple tuner in your circuit over there. You won't know how to tune it.
Oh, snap.
Well, those things don't work anyway.
That's right. Everything you've ever heard from me on how to do something is I just made it up, and it doesn't work.
Well,
the input Fallon choke thing is totally non-linear and screws up your signal, with horrible distortions.
yeah, and well, the blind leading the unknowing, I still got results. And distorted or not distorted, I can't tell, because I transmit and people hear me. They transmit and I hear them. So I don't know what their definition of doesn't work is.
Tell you what, I was away. I was down looking for corn pop in Rehoboth the last few days. I'm sad to report we didn't locate corn pop, but we're working on it. There's no evidence that he hasn't been there. I was looking on QRZ, and a bunch of guys don't understand what reactive power does on conductors and transformers and capacitors and copper and silver, brass, and any other thing. They don't understand what reactive power really means, although it's big business, because if you go in a big city and your building's load is 92% reactive, you've got to pay. You have to pay like it's 100-something%, even more than 100, because the switchgear, transformers, capacitors, anything you've got, it's got to carry extra current, so it doesn't blow up. But yet you go on QRZ and it doesn't exist. You can run reactive power really isn't power. Well, it isn't useful power, but it gets transferred between components. Idiots! Damn it! I'm sorry.
Yeah, and in power generation where I come from, that's known as megavars or vars or power factor. And that's why we switch in and out capacitors in the line. And we also can adjust the power factor on our generator to make it in the right place on the power factor curve. And if we can't do it with the generator, we do it with capacitor banks. So if you import too many megavars, they charge you for it. If you have a power factor of less than 0.94, you're going to get charged for it.
I just wish they'd turn my power back on.
And the way they charge you for it is in a certain receptacle.
They've got to use beaters and eggs and whatever, windmills. Just turn my damn power back on.
Hey, David, you're hooking up the generator, because it doesn't count unless you came inside, you're all wet, but your air conditioning isn't on, so it doesn't matter.
Can't run the air conditioner. There's a little bit too much power for it.
Happiness is a warm power cord. I think the Beatles recorded that.
Man, I was using the Glenn Johns overhead technique. It's like what he did on all the Beatles recordings and stuff. Like, it's a little different. And then I ditched that and went to like spaced pair overheads, like standard spaced pair, one over the left side, one over the right side, with a pretty good amount of spacing for like a nice wide stereo image. And I threw those suckers out of phase with all the other mics. And man, that's the way to do it. I never had enough finesse or, feel or time to make space pair overheads work. But I did some drum recordings last weekend. Man, that's the way to do it. What?
I have to get on here and play some of those on another channel some night. You get Joker on here too. I think he's in the business. That'd be fun.
It'd be fun. They sound pretty good, but the magic that I'm talking about, you really need a 2.1 speaker setup you need a stereo image to really appreciate what it is that the space pair did.
Oh, I get that. But if you can mix it down in a mono, you'll be doing the same thing that every really good engineer had to do in the 60s, because everybody was listening on transistor radios with weak batteries.
Yeah, true that. I didn't use a stereo room mic this time. I used a mono room mic, so that might help.
I'm not trying to be difficult, Billy. I just can't help it.
Well, I don't know. If it doesn't collapse to mono properly, then you're lacking somewhere. You should be able to do that.
Well, how's this piece of crap working up there this week?
It's good. I can't quite tell what's going on with the band. The signals aren't like quite as booming in as they usually are, but they're real good. So it's like fine.
Yeah, you're rock solid here. I'm using a really old 50-something-year-old receiver here. Regular chicken band radio and my usual transmitter. But it's totally stable. There's nothing's twisting, turning, nothing. I mean, there's no like big bird walking across the signal path, nothing.
Yeah, I got about the same experience over here. It's been nice. Except there's a little bit of lightning static in there from time to time. And the only thing, but yeah, it's a pretty solid band.
I've got very light static. Tiny static here.
Big crashes.
I got a little bit. Man, that storm, what was that, yesterday or the day before or whatever, freaking gutter clogged, and I had to go out in a bathing suit, take it apart, unclog it, because there was freaking water coming in one of the conduits in the basement. Anyway, there was so much lightning over here. I was watching on lightning maps. It was only a couple miles away. It was hitting that hill that's a little bit higher than mine over there, like over and over.
Please hit that hill over there and don't come over here. Hey, Billy, are you hearing Sandbagger up there?
Probably not, because I'm running barefoot. Well, close to it anyway.
Well, I hear them, but that ancient light that I have near me is starting to turn on. So for the next 30, 40 seconds while that turns on, I'm going to be deaf.
Yeah, we'll try it again in a few minutes. But Billy can hear stuff up there, Dave. He can hear stuff.
Oh, man.
It's a good thing.
And you guys are only half the distance that I am, or maybe slightly, close to that. So, what is that, like, square 16? I don't know. Inverse square law. Multiply it out. You'll figure it out.
Every time you double the distance.
Hear you with a lot less kilowatts.
I think you're both, you and Billy are both equidistant from me within a reasonable margin for error. And you both give me about the same signal.
We're at same indicator.
Yeah, and when you two double, all I hear is the wind up and the heterodyne.
There you go, Billy. That's it. We ain't going to no key downs.
Dang, man. That's a shame. I still have all my key down stuff.
Well, I still have the same amount of key down stuff here that I ever had.
Yeah, but, you know, that's
999.
a hair.
That was a hell of a lot of fun going to the key down and bringing my, you like this, Pete, my HP 141T spectrum analyzer in the trunk of my car. We were sitting there looking at waveforms on guys when they pulled up to the line and were keying down.
I think I would find more entertainment from watching the 141T than I would from the actual key down. I think that would be much more entertaining.
Look at all the splatter.
That was sandbagger there, wasn't
A
it?
lot of ways that you could cheat at that. And I'm not going to say much more.
Just trying to calculate the wasted power in harmonics.
There's a picture of that somewhere, of the Cadillac with the spectrum analyzer in the trunk.
Actually, it wasn't the Cadillac. It was the W140 Mercedes that I had, the white one.
It was classy, whatever it was. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, I still have one of those. I got the black one. You remember the black one on the way to Sussex that time?
Pretty much. I don't know, dude. It's either all of the self-medicating or the actual medication or just having who knows how many events. I can't remember. My memory is pretty bad.
Yeah, you gotta... I don't want to preach, but man, it'd be nice to have you a little more on the ball than me, since I'm way older than you. When I get really old and I don't know what the hell's going on, I could go to you and, like, Billy, hey, help me out here.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I'm noticing it. It's not that great. Like, people ask me, like, oh, hey, you remember this stuff like me you did like 20 years ago? I'm like,
Yeah, well, you doing all right? You feeling okay? Is everything copacetic there?
yeah, everything is cool. You know, the new regimen here seems to be working well. You know, it's doable.
I have a better chance of remembering what happened 20 years ago than I do remembering what happened yesterday.
Yeah, okay. All right, Billy, yeah. And yes, Pete, that's exactly how it works. What?
I should probably mosey out to, you know, bed or something close to it, or just start trying to go that way, because kind of kicking my ass at work, which isn't gonna last that much longer. But man, my alarm goes off really early.
Oh, I get that. Yeah. Go recharge, man. This is late for you. Go do your thing, and I got that one thing up there for you at least one day anyway. Once you're done with your regular gig.
All right, yeah, it's not gonna be that much longer. A couple weeks at most. So, yeah, cool. I guess I'll say 7-3 to everybody out here. Billy the Kid, a.k.a. Shithouse Willie, a.k.a. Big Beautiful Bill. I'm signing off.
You gotta tell people where you are, damn it.
Way up on Piss Jug Mountain.
I don't think this fits in with the forum and decorum, but okay.
Have a good night, Bill.
Good night, Bill. Thanks for stopping by and keeping us company on the Classic Radio Roundup. County-wide.
Radio.
What about that rooster?
You got the rooster here.
What the heck's up? We got a new rooster up the road, and the thing is really creaky. I'm worried about him. You know anything can you tell me anything about that?
Anybody hear me out there? A rooster up the road.
Rooster's up the road a piece, a new rooster, and he don't sound that good. I'm hoping he's going to clear up. Because I don't want to listen to that, man. I'm going to have to go up and give him voice lessons.
Stand by, Breaker. I heard you.
Maybe that rooster's tired.
You think that's his problem? He's tired. He's not. He can't be tired. He's a young rooster. Young roosters don't get tired.
Oh.
Let's pick up the breaker there, county-wide.
It's not maybe it's a Chinese rooster or something. Them imported roosters. They're not as good a quality as good old American red-blooded roosters like Foghorn Leghorn. Anyway, that long distance and or weak breaker that I heard asked if anybody could hear. I hear you, so the door is open. Come on in.
Hey, I'm looking for Sandbagger Dave. Is he out there?
Sandbagger Dave is out here. I don't know if he can hear you, and you probably won't hear him, even if he could, because he's on generator power or low power, but he's here.
Yeah, and ironically, because the neighborhood's out of power, my noise level is lower.
Come again there, Breaker?
This is way out in Quakertown. Triple three.
You say Ray 333 in Quakertown, is that right?
That's me.
Did you copy that, Bagger?
Yeah, I hear him fine. That's Triple D. Yeah, you know him as JQ X-Ray.
Oh, yeah, okay, JQ X-Ray. Yo, JQ X-Ray, I know you.
Who's this?
You would know me as N3WUM.
N3WUM.
Yeah, that was my old call. I don't have that anymore, but you may have knew me when I changed to the extra call, but I'm not putting that one on the air. But that was my original call. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Donut Ray rented my house.
Donut Ray? No, I'm not that Ray.
No, I know, but you know who Donut Ray is, right?
Yeah, he works at Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, and Donut Ray rented my house. That's who I am.
What's your first name?
Pete. Papa Echo Tango Echo. Pete.
Oh, Pete. Okay.
Yeah, I guess I should have led off with that, huh?
I remember Pete out in, what the hell is this?
I lived in Bridgeport on DeKalb Pike.
Right, yeah, that house, right along the South Pike there. I remember that.
Yeah, that's who you're speaking to. Good to hear you there, JQ X-Ray. It's been a long time. But I hear you. If any kind of noise gets in there, I won't, but I do. When it's doing pretty well. You're doing pretty well. But you know, the chance of me not hearing you is easy if somebody comes in here.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm out here in DX land now. I'm not down in Taking Fresh anymore.
Yeah, well, believe it or not, Quakertown is local to us. I mean, we talk to stations down in Delaware and out in Phillipsburg, New Jersey, and Bethlehem and Trexlertown, and heck, we get out. I don't know, what is that out? I don't know, out west. I don't know. We got the area covered. So anyway, you're kind of local as far as that goes. But Sandbagger says he does hear you.
Yeah, I do. My noise almost low tonight because nobody in the neighborhood's got power.
Well, there's the plus side of your power outage. At least you can hear. Well, give a shout to X-Ray and see if he can hear you.
Yeah, you hear me, Ray? I guess not. Does this thing sound okay? I'm just curious. I mean, I use it on sideband, but I was wondering how it sounds on AM.
It could use some highs. Other than that, it's all right.
I figured this was the easiest thing to run. I could get a little bit more power out without having to run an amp.
Yeah, it's not terrible. It's certainly not terrible. Could use some high end, but other than that, it's quite usable.
Put the D104 on. Maybe that'll work.
Hey, X-Ray, you hear Dave at all when he was talking? Yeah, I don't have any noise level here other than some low-level skipland that I'm hearing. A little bit of static crashes. I never have a noise level here. It's a beautiful thing. But for one, Sandbagger doesn't have a noise level, so he can hear you. But his neighborhood is out of power, so he can't run anything more than a few watts transmitter power.
Yeah, what he said.
What's that about? Your daughter's in Bechtelsville? What?
No, my daughter is Douglasville. When I'm at my daughter's house in Douglasville, I get on Philly's repeater, but nobody's there.
Oh, his daughter lives in Douglasville, and he says when he's there, he gets on your repeater, but he says nobody's there. Yeah, nobody's there because the thing doesn't get out very far. It's in the grass to me here. I can use it, but yeah, it's funny. Yeah, nobody's on there anymore except for Dave when he's listening to it and he's at home.
He's gonna change the location. When I see the repeater up, it says it's in Fairview Village.
Yeah, it said it's been in Fairview Village for the last 25, 30 years and it hasn't been there.
I hear his voice come over and he identifies it as Fairview Village. I'm laughing. I'm like, no, it's not Fairview Village.
Nope, and it was in Skipback for a long while. And then after Skipback, it's where it is now. But yeah, it's been a long time since it was in Fairview.
Yeah, really long time. I'm surprised I haven't been busted yet.
Can't say again there, Ray?
Can you hit Dave's repeater from your house?
Yeah, but I need 100 watts and a 4-element beam. Well, actually, I can hit it with less than that. But I need, like, my 4-element beam and all the preamp I got just to hear it.
You got to get that thing going, huh?
Yeah, thing's only running, like, less than 10 watts. That's why I can't hear it. But it hears me.
I can hear it in Boyertown with a 2-meter antenna.
Well, and I can see it up there.
Well, try parking in my driveway, Dave, and then see if you can hear it.
Well, you're in the crater.
Well, that's why it takes a 4-element Yagi and 20 dB worth of preamp to hear it. Then again, if my 4-element Yagi was up at 100 feet, it'd probably be just fine. Well, anyway, Ray, we're in here every Wednesday night from 8 to 10 for sure, and then every Sunday night from 8 to 10, but on sideband.
What channel are you on sideband?
Right here, channel 13, Sunday nights. It's the Sunday night sideband soiree, typically lower side, right here, channel 13, Sunday night.
Oh, lower side, okay.
So he'll probably have his power back by then and stop in on Sunday night. I got Skipland took you out on that one. I didn't hear you. Stick around, Ray. Stick around for a while. We'll be in here for another hour and some.
All right. Yeah, I'll have it on.
Yeah, and don't forget, Sunday night, 8 to 10 also on Sunday night sideband. So that's two best times to catch the sandbagger.
Yeah, maybe I'll get him on sideband, huh?
Yeah, well, he hears you tonight. I don't know if he'd hear you if he had his regular noise level or not. But you'd probably definitely make the trip on sideband for sure.
Oh, what the hell the noise level is? What was it, a 5 or a 6?
I have a 20 dB preamp running all the time here, and my noise level doesn't even get to an S1.
They shut off everything in my house. And I still have that noise level, so I don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah, I live out here in the woods, and I have a neighbor on either side of me, both 300 feet away, and nobody in front or in back of me for a long ways, so I got it nice and quiet here, and my antenna is 100 feet off the ground.
Oh, okay. All right, well, I'll sit on the side here and listen in.
Yeah, hang out for a while. And don't forget to stop back in. Glad you popped in, man. Good to hear from you. I hope all is well on your end and all that jazz. And hope to hear from you again. Old X-Ray. Well, X-Ray Ray. Thanks again for stopping by. 441 the Spitfire on my countywide radio. Channel's clear.
Breaker.
There's another long distance breaker. Go ahead.
Roger. How about that sandbagger? You got a copy,
Somebody's hollering for you, Bagger.
I'm on the phone.
He's on the phone. Who is that out there hollering?
Hot Kelly here, completely 3 watts. Try to pull bagger.
Why are you on 3 watts making it hard for me to hear you?
I'm trying to get either A or B. I'm trying to file it over bagger's plate. And I would like to be able for him to say that he worked me on this all completely top 1970s Radio Shack stuff. Over.
Yeah, you're going to have to wait. He says he's on the telephone, so we're going to have to wait for that 3.5 watt station-to-station test.
Roger, right on. Well, how is the sound on this audio?
How's the what on what? Like, I hear you until the static goes crash.
Who the heck are you talking to? Is that Dave?
Yeah,
What's he doing in the mud?
he's on 3.5 watts trying to see if you could hear him.
I can hear him really well. I cannot believe this. I've got the preamp on. Yeah, I'm running the icon. Okay, I'm cheating. And I've got the preamp on, and I've got a 0 noise level.
Now you know what it's like in my neighborhood.
I need to nuke all the houses around me.
You know what it's like in my neighborhood on a daily basis. 20 dB worth of preamp and not even an S1 noise level.
I heard the squelch kick in. That's how low the noise level went. Because I have the squelch at 0.
You can even hear me.
I hear you fine. You give me like a 5.
That's amazing. You're about to stay over here. using the Pearce SSC 1975-6, and the Radio Shack Hidden Club 5-pin plastic microphone to it.
That thing actually sounds pretty darn good.
And it's got the built-in power supply that blinks every time I speak.
Yeah, and Pete, I changed to the D104. Does this sound any better?
Way better.
Oh, all right, that's cool. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm going to go check on the generator. I might have to put more gas in it.
Yeah, you want that generator to be gassy.
Yeah, I do, because when it runs out of gas, then everything goes dark again.
Some real QRP communications right there.
All right. Well, let's all play this game then. How about it there, 5-7? 5-7. Your barefoot countywide radio, Brigger. You can't hear me on my barefoot radio? How about now? 5-7, 10 watts?
I hear you on 10 watts. I switched over to the hollow state transmitter.
Well, I went down to barefoot. I got the impression you didn't hear me, but maybe that's you were switching.
Would you like me to call you with my barefoot stuff?
I could hear you, but it's a struggle because of the static. But I do hear you. Like you're like a S3. It didn't have good audio, so I had to pay attention.
Yeah, right next to the noise level. You gotta dig it out. Okay, we'll stick with this.
Oh, I could still hear you. I mean, if that's all that you had, I'd be able to hear everything you said except for a lost syllable or two in the static.
Yeah, man. Well, I've been getting correspondence from certain folks that you briefly spoke with who were involved in very low power satellite communications. It's amazing. Some of these old satellites that broke, they're coming alive again. They were dead for years and they're coming back. The reason they're coming back is the batteries are spent, but the solar panels still work. So the batteries are chemically changed to a no-load situation. The solar panels power the electronics. And you get this old satellite from the 70s, and in one case, I think late 60s, and they're waking up out there.
Yeah, I think we talked about this before. That would renew my interest in playing with satellites again, but I think my location here is less than ideal compared to my previous location for doing that.
Well, if you got a shot at certain directions, or yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'm about done here for tonight. Had a lot of fun.
Anybody looking for, while we're on the subject, anybody looking for a 13B2, 13 element 2 meter Cushcraft antenna out here? Possibly, maybe? I ain't using it. 2 meters is horrible out of the volcano crater.
Unless you aim at the moon.
Yeah, and only when it's at a peak apogee.
Well, there's one satellite, AO7 mode, that still has a beacon on, I think the uplink is 10 meters and downlink is, I don't know, 2 meters, something like that. But it works. It's still out there.
Yeah, I might have to look into that. Yeah, there was, what is it, supposedly, what is it, 28, or no, I'm sorry, 29.3 to 29.5, isn't that the satellite portion of 10, if I remember right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
And I bet 99% of the users that pop up on 29.3 to 29.5 have no idea that's the satellite portion of the band.
Yeah, they don't know nothing.
That's what we're here for, to tell them and to say, yes, thank you for getting on amateur radio and keeping it alive, but don't transmit here.
Yeah, and then there was the satellite portion at 2 meters. It's 145. I can't remember where exactly, but 145 something or other. And I remember just, scanning and listening. And you catch people in there talking simplex, and then somebody'd come along and yell at them, satellite, get out of here. And I actually remember when I was working satellites, I don't remember which one, but I think it was 2 meters up, 70 centimeters down, something like that. And I'd be hearing people on FM while I'm on sideband trying to track the satellite, and they'd just wipe things out. I'd be so mad.
I've heard that many times.
Well, you can't expect people who aren't gentlemen to follow gentlemen's agreements.
Yeah, because they work them linear transponders, and you got to use them on sideband. Yeah, I think it was 70 centimeters up and 2 meters down, and you're listening on 2 meters, and then there's some jackwagon in the satellite portion on FM, right in your pass band and the transponder.
Yeah, whatever it hears, it responds. It sends it back on the other band.
What did you switch over to, Senor Bagger?
What's the matter?
Are you using the same stuff?
Yeah, I haven't changed that. Well, I changed microphones.
Okay. I heard a difference.
Yeah, Pete says I needed a little bit more high end, so I went from the Super Sidekick over to the D104. Figured that'll solve that problem.
Yeah, gotcha. I don't hear any more high end, but what I'm listening on doesn't hear anything. This is the worst fidelity CV radio I've ever heard.
Well, yeah, it's got a 3-inch mobile speaker, and it probably is.
No, I've actually got it plugged into a Genelex amplified speaker. And, man, whatever they did to the audio passband in this thing, it was designed for somebody who maybe served in World War II. Like a shell blew up 15 feet away from them.
Yeah, it's called Communications Quality Audio, 350 hertz to 3,500 hertz.
Right, if that, exactly.
Oh, crap. February next year. I got to renew my license.
Yeah, I think mine's up at 27.
Yeah, mine's up February 26. Should just make the damn thing lifetime. Come on.
Yeah, I got my lifetime fishing license this year.
Should be lifetime. Yeah, especially when you're a senior. Make it lifetime.
I got to renew at the same time.
Hiya, Wayne.
Things that you submit
Hi, Pete.
to the FCC that during the CQ Worldwide
I've been keeping my eye on that. I know it's coming up.
27 megahertz
Yeah, me too.
from 26.9.
You have to wait 2 months before it expires to renew it.
Worldwide CW contest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess your expiration date and mine I guess are the same since we got them at the same time.
Would renew it for me, and for a minimum cost, it was like a little over $5 or something. I thought, well, that's cool. Okay, let's do that. So that was 10 years ago, though. I haven't seen an email from W5YI since then.
7025 or 085 contacts. Get extra.
I would never be on the toilet bowl.
Yeah, but wait a minute, if you're in CQ Worldwide and it's opened up 27 megahertz, because there's competition, It's pecker matching. It has nothing to do with anything except pecker matching.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's the whole theme of the toilet bowl. Bigger is better.
Well, we all know that there's politics on there, and you got people on cell phones telling you, don't say you heard that guy, and blah, 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 all that crap. Been going on there for years. So I want to fix that.
So you want to hold the WPX CQ worldwide on 27 megahertz? Is that what you're saying? Wayne was talking, so I didn't catch everything he said.
I'm saying you got to keep people honest. Anyway, it's been fun. I'm going to hit the road. Had a long, long week. We're down in Rehoboth Beach looking for corn pop. Never did find him. Right next to ICE headquarters, by the way. Talk to you guys later. Pete, Dave, anybody else out there? 5-7. Out here in the depths of the tar pits of the Macy-Dixie line.
Corn Pop was a really bad dude. So I don't know what's going to happen when you find him. So he was a really bad dude. All right. Well, thanks for keeping us company here for the last couple hours. And we'll chat with you later. 5-7, your countywide radio on this antique flea market junk.
Yeah, catch you later. I think Corn Pop's hiding in Joe Biden's basement.
Roger. Good night. Thanks for the fine banter.
Yeah. Fine banter. Classic radio roundup.
Fine banter with a purpose.
Oh, man.
I'm just tickled to death at how low my noise level is. But now it just goes to show you where it's coming from.
Your entire neighborhood.
Well, only the people closest to me, I guess.
Well, you kind of knew that. This just proves that out.
Yeah. I should switch to another radio just to see it on the meter. This radio always had a high noise level when I put the preamp on, and it's not tonight. So there you go. So that's how I'll know when the power gets put back on. My noise level will jump up.
Well, the conditions you're experiencing tonight on receive is how it is here every day.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I mean, I could even hear Ray clear as day, Wasn't really strong on the meter, but I could hear him fine. Without any noise that destroys his audio. It's great. Where is everybody tonight? Did you technical wizards, just kind of scare everybody away?
Oh, it was quite lively before you got in here. I think you came in and scared them away.
Oh, no. I checked in. I'm listening.
Yeah, Double D was in here. Sandman was in here, and another guy up that way, and another guy up that way. Can't remember their names. Rooster was in here. I don't know where he went. But, yeah, it's been pretty lively.
Now, waiting for the train to get in there. He's going to have to go out and get himself some brown ropes or something. Still here.
Hello, Rooster. All right, glad to know you're still here. Well, I think it's funny that he thought that the ropes were just to get it up there, and then the ropes, I don't know, you just take the ropes down or something? I don't know. He seemed surprised that the ropes had to stay.
Well, I think the power just came back on. My street light just lit up. And I have an S8 noise level.
There you go. Turn the preamp off.
Yep, I'm going to go shut the generator off. Power's back.
Power's back, noise level up. Now you can't hear anything.
Train is signing on.
Oh, there's the train.
What's going on?
Classic Radio Roundup. You just missed 507, and Billy the Kid, you missed by about a half an hour.
Yeah, I was tied up. Yes, I was.
I don't mind being tied up for the right reason.
No, not that kind of tied up. I was working on a freezer. The mechanism with the drawer and the sliders and all that. Had to defrost it and defrost the thing first before I could work on it. Water all underneath of me.
Oh yeah, that's way more than I want to get involved with on Classic Radio Wednesday. That project would just have to wait.
That's right. So who's all in here?
I'll let them speak for themselves, because I don't know who's came and who's went. I know who was here, and I know some of who's still here, but I don't know everybody, so I'll stand by.
10-4. Well, that's Rooster. Hello, Rooster. It's been a while. All right, Trey.
I'm in here listening too.
Hello there, Wayne. It's been a little while.
Hello, Night Train. Yeah, it has been.
I want to turn this T control and see what you guys think. What you got, man? T-Berry T control. Hold on, I'll switch it over. 10-4.
You guys carry on and have fun with that. I'll be back un momento. Got to refresh the adult beverage. I don't want Wayne drinking alone.
No way, man. Go for it.
Anything from Bite Buster tonight?
I can't hear Bite Buster on AM, but on sideband I hear him okay on sideband Sundays.
Oh, this is some thunderstorms out there somewhere.
Yeah, I thought they'd be here by now. is T-Berry T Control.
All right, there you are. What microphone you run with it?
Turner CS1.
10-4, sounds good.
Yeah, this mic maxed up with it pretty good.
Yeah, it's all right. I thought you was Pete. Tonight I'm running a TRS Challenger.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you would have to look that up. It's kind of rare.
Challenger.
TRS. Like TRC. TRS. The Challenger. Come again?
3 channel, 23 channel?
No, it's a 40 channel. TRS Challenger. Yeah, TRS Challenger.
Hey, we're having the wrong mic. What modulation?
Who, you or me?
How's the modulation on this thing?
It's all right.
Let's give it a little bit more there.
You have control over it?
Yeah, it has I turned it up just a little bit. It don't make no difference.
No, it's all right. You don't have to do nothing.
Sounds loud in the headset.
Yeah, it sounds nice over here.
I'm going to do that Messenger V4.
So what you been doing, man?
Not much, just hanging out, mowing grass for the last couple of days. I should have done it last week. Should have done it about 4 days ago, but I did it yesterday, but it's pretty hard, so. And a bunch of weed whacking. This Saturday, I got to help paint a trailer, 16 by 72 or 4.
Now, I'm interested in cutting my grass because it's wet over on one side of the whole yard, just about. The one side is swampy.
Yeah, well, it was pretty wet when I cut it. It was pretty wet in the back. It's really wet back there. It didn't rain all day, but I get it rained pretty much on Monday, I guess.
10-4. I heard another voice. That you, JR?
Probably me.
Yeah, all right, Bagger. What's going on, man?
Just recovering from being out of power here. I got back my drive down here. There we go. That's more better.
Well, how was Classic Radio Roundup?
While around me. Oh, it was interesting. It was really interesting that I could, I had a zero noise level. When the neighborhood was dead, I had a zero noise level. I was like Pete, man. I could hear people in the Netherlands. As soon as the power came back on, S8 noise level. Well, we don't have electric. Because the power went out. But why? I don't know. Why does the power ever go out? Something caused it. Okay, 10-4.
Storm or something, maybe? Some reason? Maybe somebody hit a pole.
Yeah, it wasn't storm related because there was no storms when it went out. It's been out most of the afternoon. It came back on for an hour and went out again.
So that means that there's a transformer or something not too far from your house that interferes with your radio.
Well, I don't know if it's a transformer or it's just people's digital widgets, man. You know, digital widgets, solar controllers, home internet extensions, you know, a whole lot of things.
You can go online and it'll tell you what it is.
Nah, it doesn't tell you what it is. It just tells you, it gives you an estimated time of restore. They don't really tell you what it is, though. They just say they dispatched a crew and, you know, blah, blah, blah.
And boy, I looked it up like 2 or 3 times already.
What, are you out of power, too?
But I've been out more power the last 8 years than I have been in 25.
I've been out of power more than this last year than I have in the last 20 years.
I know about 8 years ago, 10 years before that, I never lost power.
When I first moved here, we used to lose power, you know, anytime there was a nasty windstorm or something, the power would go out for a little while, like half an hour, an hour. But then they went and did some upgrading or something, and then for the next 20 years, we never lose power. You know, it would flicker a little bit once in a while, but that was it. And if it did go out, it would go out for like 10 seconds, or you know, that would be it. Now it's like, oh, I don't know whether to blame it on dead ash trees or something else, you know, but for some reason.
What would dead ash trees have to do with it?
Because they fall.
Disease they got.
Yeah, they fall without warning. Soaked ground, a little wind. Don't even take wind, and they just fall because they're dead. So we can quit talking about them.
You got a bunch of dead ash trees in your yard?
No, I don't have any ash trees. Now I don't have really many of any trees. But, you know, the ash trees are, you know, you ask Pete, you know, he's got them up there, and they fall on power lines. And when they fall on power lines, the power goes out.
Isn't your power lines in your neighborhood underground?
Yes, they are. My neighborhood's completely underground. You know, the power outage affected 2,900 customers, and it was all the way up to Yellow House. So, I mean, it was a pretty broad area that we're out.
Yeah, that was more than one ash tree then.
Yeah.
So Pete,
Countywide.
how you like the T control?
Sounds all right.
Therefore, I got a Turner CS1 mic on it. Looks just like a Turner Plus 3.
Yeah, but it's gold and it has 6 wires.
Yeah, well, I changed that.
Well, you don't need to use all 6 wires if you've got a relay.
Oh, weird thing about the shield one on number 3.
So, Pete, talk to me a little bit.
All right. I don't know what to say, but I'll talk to you for a little bit.
Yeah, that faceplate that Billy the Kid had, didn't we already have an extra faceplate for that particular unit?
Yeah, but I don't think it's any better than the one that's on there currently, personally.
So, Billy the Kid's is better?
It's brand new reproduction. If you don't mind reproduction, you know, you won't be able to tell that it's a reproduction, but it's brand new.
All right, now we're talking. Yeah, so, well, yeah, I'd like to go through with that.
Well, you got his contact info. I sent it off to you, so these guys can work it out. His off time won't match my off time.
Oh, all right, yeah. All right, I'll have to give him a call. What's his name?
Billy. Kind of easy to remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that faceplate's probably worth the money, and he's throwing in the whole parts transmitter. And you may want to get a hold of that just to have those spare parts on hand. You never know.
You made mention of knobs.
Yeah. You know how, like, on your old car stereos, you had the volume knob and then a concentric tone knob, right? You know, it's like two knobs on one shaft kind of thing. Well, there's two sets of knobs here that it doesn't have the concentric knob. And one, it doesn't so much matter, but the other one, it does. Because you kind of want to have both those knobs because it does a fine and a coarse loading. And the other one is for selecting crystals, which you're probably not going to do. So that one doesn't much matter, but you'd like to have that other one. But to have it right, you need those knobs. These knobs aren't the right knobs.
Roger that, but the circuitry is there, the pots are there.
Yeah. It's all there. You just got to have the proper knobs. You can operate it with a freaking pair of pliers, but you don't want to do that either.
No, sir. So he's selling a parts radio and a new faceplate. Is that it?
Yeah, for the price I told you.
Good. All right. What? All of a sudden he had one too, huh?
I don't know if it's all of a sudden. I think I don't know. He probably was made aware by Dave that, all this going on, and I guess he's not going to do anything with that. So, we made it available. I guess, somebody was talking for sure.
Yeah.
That's right.
And you may want to have that anyway, because there's something in this transmitter that would take a lot more deeper investigation. I tried to use it tonight on 11 meters. In fact, I was here on 11 meters with it for a little while with 507, and I can't get the proper grid current on this band. I could get the proper grid current on 80 and 160, and it works fine. So there's something in a multiplier or a resistor somewhere or something that doesn't allow it to work properly on these frequencies. But it works like it's supposed to work on 160, and you've got other radio for elsewhere anyway. You really want to use this thing on 80 and 160 AM anyway. Not necessarily need it elsewhere, I wouldn't imagine. Unless, you want to have somebody a lot smarter than me work on it and figure it out to get, 11 meters or whatever. I haven't tried it on 40, 20, 15 or anything like that. So it may load up there properly or not, I don't know. But 80 and 160, I know it loads up proper.
Oh, no.
We have to take it to Baggers Electronics.
Oh, no. I don't even want to play with that. But I do have a question. Pete, how come you're in the mud? Well, I won't say you're in the mud, but your signal's way down from normal.
So I'm only running the baby driver. If 507 could hear me and on my baby driver, and JR can hear me on 200 milliwatts, I wouldn't think you'd have a struggle with me running 10 watts.
Well, no. I'm used to seeing you at a certain signal level when you're not there. And I thought something was funny because you and Wayne were talking while 507 was talking, and I'm hearing 507 over you guys. I'm going like, wait a minute. I mean, maybe Wayne, but there's no way in hell he's going to get over you, but he was. And, well, that's why.
Yeah, I'm only running the baby driver.
Oh, okay. Well, local communications.
So everybody's local right now. There's nobody far out, so I don't need to, hit the big switch or anything.
Yeah, there you go. Hitting the big switch. 27.115 on your AM radio dial.
So I really wanted to use that setup tonight. I guess it's all right that I didn't, because you wanted to use a hi-fi radio on that Hallicrafter's receiver. But, things just didn't work out here, and It didn't quite work out over there either, so I guess it's just the way it goes.
That's a big 10-4.
I'm telling you, though. Night Train, the audio coming through on that Helicrafters, it doesn't get any better.
Tim Roger, Pete, I think you got a break out there trying to squeeze between you.
Is there a breaker out there?
Hello, come in, come on.
I think you're hearing things.
I thought it was Skipland.
All right, I guess not.
Seeing as how you only got a 160 meter antenna over there right now anyway, and that's was the original goal in the first place, you'll be fine.
Perfect double.
Oh, man.
Good grief.
All right, I'm going to go.
Where you going, man?
No, I'm not going. I'm going to go and transmit.
Where you going to go and transmit?
Right here. And say what I said when you didn't hear me because of the double. Like, you only got a 160 meter antenna. The goal was to get you on 160 meter AM and join us for wintertime fun. So that goal has been met. You can put it on 80 meters and do that too. If you want any more than that, you're going to have to get somebody smarter than me to make it do that. But to meet the original goal, it's there.
Roger that. Well, you know, I got that ICOM 756. I don't know, you know, if I want to go on other bands.
Well, yeah, eventually you will, I'm sure, when you're feeling comfortable. But, you know, I think you'll enjoy hanging out with us at a minimum on 160 AM in the winter with this glowing glass setup. And that was the goal. So at least we met the goal. Just couldn't move much further past that goal. Like, it'll do 80 AM. I just can't get it to load up proper on 11 meters, which I don't know if you really wanted to use it here or not anyway. It's really a lot of effort to tune it up, changing bands. It's not really a band hopper to begin with.
Roger on that. Yeah, well, if I want to do 11, I prefer to be on my CB radios anyway.
Yeah, and it'll work fine on 160, sound good, put out plenty of power, and leave it there, tuned up there, and you won't never have to do anything but turn it on, turn it off, and it'll be ready to go.
That's right. Yeah, I'd rather be on the, you know, the trams and the Brownings and the whatnots. You know what I mean? I got enough 11-meter radios where I don't have to worry about trying to get that thing to load up on 11 meters.
All right, well, I'm not going to worry about it any further then, but it works like it's supposed to work on 160 meters and 80 meters. And that's where we play AM at anyway, so there.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
You rolling the gate tonight there, Pete?
I am indeed rolling the gate.
Oh, that'll be interesting. What are you using for a radio tonight?
Pearce Simpson Super Lynx.
Ah, okay. It'll be interesting to see how my power failure situation evolved. But I'm still in awe at just how well I could hear when the neighborhood went quiet. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's really something to think about. Bagger, what radio you running?
I'm on the President Washington now. I was on the ICOM because I could run it at a little bit higher power than standard 4 watts when I was on generator power because I didn't want to run the amps or anything. I had to pull a little bit extra current.
Me and 9-pounder down here. Now, did that generator kick in on its own, Bagger, or was it one of them kind you had to go downstairs and... Oh, a 9-pounder.
Yeah, it's like a quarter pounder with cheese.
Yeah, well, don't take the S meter readings on this radio to any kind of heart, because I've never calibrated it and it reads low. Just hadn't gotten around to it.
So, Bagger, was your generator kicking automatically, or did you have to go downstairs and fire it up?
The generator?
He's got to pull the cord.
Yeah, your generator.
I had to open the garage. I had to wheel the generator over to the open door. I had to hook up the cord from the generator to my 220 volt feed. I had to flip the breakers, the main breaker off, and then turn the gas on and fill the tank up. And I pulled it 3 times, and then it started.
All right, yeah. I wonder if I could get mine to work, and what effect it'll have on them solar panel equipment.
I don't know.
That's something to think about.
I'm thinking seriously about getting a bigger generator, one that'll run my central air, because that's the one thing I can't run.
Well, you could stay warmer for a little bit, you know what I mean? It's just a temporary condition.
Yeah, but now the central air is back on, and it's working its stones off, trying to bring us back down to set point again.
No noise in your neighborhood on the radio receiver is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, you got that right.
And you know from the gates that I ain't lying.
Oh no, that's never up for debate. It's as true as the sun will rise tomorrow.
Do you guys have a little bit of lightning crashes way out in the distance?
10-4. Roger.
I still hear garbage in the air. Garbage in the air.
Yeah, is that a song? Garbage in the air. Yellow ropes are in the air.
Yeah, them yellow ropes, man, they didn't go over too well. I'm thinking maybe there's a possibility I could choose some other trees and go up the ladder and tie them up higher or something.
I find it funny that you didn't realize the ropes had to stay there.
I had no knowledge of what a wire antenna cortege. I had no knowledge of it. If I'd have known, I'd have picked a different color. I wouldn't have all them yellow ropes and stuff going through the air.
Well, now you know what it takes to hang a dipole. And that's the biggest one for the amateur service that you're going to need.
Yeah, if I'd have known there was other colors there. I just thought I needed some strong rope, so I picked that yellow one. Man, I think there was other colors. They had a bunch of different rope there.
Well, that's one thing that my wife don't seem to complain about. I use white rope, and she don't. Well, you really can't see where my antennas or my tie-off points anyway, so she don't even see it. Except for the IMAX rope, that you can see, and it's tied to the fence, but it's out back. And she's never commented on that. She just didn't like the 600 ohm open wire feeders going by the dining room window. That one she did. That one she put her foot down for.
Yeah. Well, I think I could move that one rope that's tied to the dogwood and put that up higher into those pine trees. See if I can make that disappear.
Yeah, you got enough trees around there, and get up on a step ladder, pick a higher branch. You can certainly make it less visible for sure. I was just going for expediency at the time.
Yeah, and I didn't know. I had no knowledge of what it was like. I didn't know. I had no clue.
Well, there you go. You got an education. Now you got a clue.
Oh no, he's got a clue.
Is it Blue's Clues?
I guess he knows who's who and who's what now.
Yeah, he knows what's going on.
Yeah, he's got a clue.
Well, before I had no clue.
You seen the countywide antenna hanging service in action.
Yeah, he shot an arrow into the air and missed.
With Mrs. Train's bow.
But she don't know.
That's a nice bow. If she ever wants to sell it, you'll let me know.
Man, I see what that thing can do. Get me a little fishing rod, run my own wires.
You can go to Ollie's. I was looking at Ollie's just for backup, and they got all these fishing rods with reels on them, like all priced under $20. So if you ever need one, go to Ollie's.
He did a fine job at my place with his bow and arrow.
He came over to your place with his bow and arrow. He was playing Pete.
That's Robin Hood.
Yeah, and trains is like 80 feet up, so it's up real nice.
Did you take your bow into work and have it restrung by your buddy there?
I mentioned it to him today. We got busy. We didn't get time to get to it. I'll just leave it in the trunk of my car. He'll restring it.
You gotta let him show you how to do that.
He has shown me how to do it. I still can't do it. It's just something I guess I gotta keep practicing or something. I can't master it. That's one thing I just don't seem to be able to do. There's a lot of things I can do. That's one I can't.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at it and trying to, look at it from a logical, analytical way of, and when you squish it, it wasn't shortening the path. So I'm thinking, how's this supposed to work?
That's why I can't figure it out. But that's what he does. He squishes the thing down, and I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, you saw the same thing I always see and the same issue I always have, but he manages to do it somehow.
Yeah, there's got to be some hocus pocus trick there, to get it to work, because it just doesn't. I mean, you were like bending it, but it was like just wrapping it around. So I mean, the path wasn't getting any shorter.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I just can't. I don't know. That's all I can say is I'm glad I got a buddy at work that can do it.
Yeah, I kind of think Pete was doing something wrong back there, but he don't know what it was.
Well, yeah, that makes 2 of us, 3 of us.
It's the truth.
Yep. I agree. I'm doing something wrong. Just not sure what it is.
Next time you do it, man, get your little video out. Take a picture of it.
Yeah, I should just videotape him doing it and then study it.
That's right.
If not, then you'll have to go on YouTube.
I watched it on YouTube. A couple different videos on YouTube. I'm like, oh, I could do this. Watching the video. Still can't do it. Now, I asked my buddy at work, who's an avid hunter. I said, can you string a recurve? He says, oh, yeah. Brought it into work. He showed me, do it like this. Shabippity bap. He did it. I'm like, all right, I got that. That's easy. But every time it comes time for me to do it, I can't do it.
Yeah, shabippity bap.
That reminds me of number 7.
It reminds me of old 05.
That reminds me of Red Dog.
Red Dog.
You don't remember Red Dog? He was the Shabippity Bapper.
Oh, was he? Yeah, I remember Red Dog. He just kind of disappeared from the scene there.
Yeah, he did. He just was no longer there anymore.
Yeah, they bashed out the windows on his vehicle.
Who bashed out windows on his vehicle?
Some CBers. They had war in those days, and he said it was only the windshield. But somebody told me they bashed out more than the windshield. They got him good.
Well, that's all news to me. That's why he went away?
Well, his wife may have put her foot down and said, listen, we got to get out of here. It was nasty, man. It was nasty, but I heard some of that mess during the day, and he was pretty nasty his own self.
I'm surprised the perpetrator didn't wind up shot, because his wife is ex-Army intelligence, or Marine intelligence. I think she was in the Marine Corps. Anyway, she was in military intelligence, and he was a ground-pounding grunt Marine. And I know he had more than one firearm in his house, so whoever that was lucky they didn't find themselves shot.
That was quite a double. I don't know what you said, Bagger.
No, I'm just saying it's interesting that out of all the people that got involved in all the knockdown, drag-out arguments, you know, when you think about old 05 and even Pete and me and, you know, other people in there, you would think that, Red Dog never seemed to get that deeply involved, at least what I heard. Maybe that's the problem. I didn't hear it. But, you know, I would have thought they would have hit like Gene before that.
Yeah, I heard him in action. I'm like, my, that guy is nasty.
Did you hear what I said or no?
Yeah, I heard some of it because, I heard the firearm thing, but they snuck and did that. But yeah, I've heard them guys in action, but it'd be during the day. In those days, Bagger, you were working. I was new to the neighborhood, so I used to listen from my mobile. And I heard them in action. It was pretty nasty.
Night train.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to go riding with Red Dog. I used to go up to the mountains with him. I rode with him for like 15 years.
Yeah, I know you guys were friends.
He tried committing suicide one time.
He did?
Yeah, he took some horse tranquilizers.
Oh my God. Them horse tranquilizers, that's too much for a human being.
Well, he stuck the needle in himself in the hospital.
Oh, so he was near the hospital.
I don't know if he did it when he was at the hospital or before he got there. I don't remember how it went down.
10-4, yeah. So he caught it pretty hard, and she probably put her foot down.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, there's more went on than I knew of, and I used to go visit him reasonably often and gone riding with him a few times, gone to the range with him a few times, and met his wife and talked to her a bunch of times. And, man, there was more went on than I was aware of.
He could get strange sometimes.
It was pretty bad. And then you had people that were simply agitating. You know, they were fueling the fire.
Monkey Bane and Marky Mark.
Yeah, that was bad. And they both were in the Marines.
I thought they were. I knew he was, and I knew she was military. I just wasn't sure if she was in the Marines or what. But
yeah, they both were in.
Yeah, I know they both were vets.
Well, quite a few guys got out of the hobby behind all of that.
Yeah, I was one of them.
We just changed channels.
That was a better move.
Yeah, we lost a few good guys, Rob and Low-Key. There was a few guys we lost behind that. Tire Man disappeared. And, there was a number of guys that got out of it. And what's his name? He OD'd. So that was the end of him. He was part of it, Mad Russian.
You guys remember Eagle?
I wasn't getting out of it. I just changed channels.
Yeah. And don't forget Charger. You remember Eagle?
Don't remember Eagle.
I do.
I remember the handle, yeah.
Why is it he does?
Last about the time I got in this area.
Yeah, I didn't know Eagle, but yeah, I used to listen to it. Snowman was in them days, and of course you had your cousin, your Pete and Dave's cousin, the Double M's and the Double M's, and oh man, it was nasty.
Bluebird.
Yeah, Bluebird.
Bluebird moved to Delaware, though.
And there was Trucker.
All you're going to hear is Trucker.
And it was Tree Frog.
Yeah, Jimmy had, what was it, Papa Bear.
And number 7.
Yeah, number 7. And number 8.
And in those days, there were bush boogies all around.
They planted a bush boogie right down the street for me. I found it in 10 minutes.
You remember that day they were putting mics out there, what was it, little radios and keying them down.
Yeah, bush boogies, tree rats.
Yeah, that's what they were called, Rooster.
Yeah, they planted a bush boogie right down the street for me. I found it in 10 minutes, and I like, oh, cool. And I went and returned a favor and hid it in their neighborhood.
Yeah, they're walkie-talkies.
Yeah, bush boogies. Big old battery on a mobile radio and some kind of wire antenna, and they key the mic down and throw it in a tree. Found it in 10 minutes. And then I took their package and I returned it and put it in a cornfield near our cousin's house.
All right, don't talk too much about it. It might get started over again.
Yeah, he found it pretty quickly, too. That wasn't good.
What I should have done was put it out there on the paid the toll, got on the turnpike, and put it off of the shoulder of the turnpike. It would have taken them longer to find it.
Do you guys remember that? Locked on target, locked on target, locked on target. Enemies are located. Enemies are located.
Yeah, I don't know who did that. I don't know if that was, what's his name? Dago.
No, I know who it was. And it wasn't Dago. I seen the apparatus and the microphone and everything that was used to do that. But then another person recorded it, and he would do it, and you couldn't tell the difference.
All that wasted talent.
It was wasted talent.
Oh, there were plenty of recordings done by someone I know that you couldn't tell the difference between the real and my Memorex.
That's correct. Yeah, but anyhow, both of them confessed the locked on target to me, you know. But I didn't really think it was funny. You know, it was nasty in them days, man.
Well, that all was really all because there was basically two groups on the same channel that didn't get along.
Didn't make sense.
Yeah, you had the Pottstown crew, and you had the Reading crew.
Yeah. So Skeeter and I, we started doing 13. And then after a while, 13 became the channel.
Because we started Classic Radio Roundup down here. The original Classic Radio Roundup, we did it on a Sunday night on 21, and some people there didn't take too kindly to that, so we moved it to 13.
And that's where it is, ladies and gentlemen. And that will bring you up to date.
Yeah, Classic Radio Roundup started out on 13, but then daily operations were still on 21. And then eventually, let's just move everything to 13 and stay there.
Yeah, and then, of course, old Gene had to be still, getting people upset. And then he'd come down to 13 and he'd get mad at me because I didn't have his back. I'm like, dude, I want a clear channel. I don't want you bringing that nonsense down here. You know, he's like getting mad at me because I wouldn't tell Marky couldn't talk here. And I'm like, what? So then he can start throwing carriers here and stuff? No.
Oh, he got mad at both of us because we didn't have his back. There was a whole thing there on what was his CB radio forum that he had. You guys don't have my back. What kind of friends are you? Like, dude, you're missing the point.
Yeah, he out there robbing the bank. He wants you guys to back him up.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you want to play games with those guys on 21, you go right ahead, but don't bring it down here.
Yeah, you want to have, open warfare? Keep it off of 13. You guys don't have my back.
But you had guys that were literally just staring the fire just because they enjoyed listening to the war. And they were staring the pot. And then one day, Red Dog's windows was busted out on his vehicle. He tried to say that it was only the front windshield, but they said they broke all of them windows.
Yeah, I never knew about the window breaking thing.
Well, who said that they broke all the windows?
I can't tell.
Oh, so the perpetrators told you.
Yeah, I found out about it. Yeah, he just said they broke the front window. But, yeah, they said they busted them windows up. Man, that was bad. That's a lot of money, to get your windows replaced.
See, now that's really, uncalled for. There's one thing of on-air warring, but when you take it into the physical realm, that's a whole nother thing. That's ridiculous. That's just, uncalled for.
Yeah, well, that was what it was like in those days. I think some stuff ended up in court.
Well, when it gets to that level, I would expect that to go to that far. You start damaging my property, there's going to be trouble.
Yeah, you bring the war to my front door. Not now we're in the real world. I'm going to shoot back.
Yeah, that never goes on to fuck around and find out.
That's right, FAFO. FAFO.
Yeah, more.
What's going on, Freebird?
Yeah, not too much, still.
Sitting here reminiscing on the days of old.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, remember you guys are out there tonight, so I'm going to jump on in there for a bit.
Yeah, days we don't want to revisit other than in our memories.
I still want to know what became of Dago. Did he drink himself to death or just what?
I don't know. People just kind of... And then there was Witch Doctor, too. I forgot about him.
Yeah, there was a Night Rider also. He OD'd.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, then there was our buddy Charger. Yeah. All that goes all the time. Yeah, whatever happened to Charger?
I've been investigating that, and so far, nobody seems to know.
May be working.
I would like to know what became of Charger.
Yeah, it was in there quite a lot, in the beginning.
I used to have his phone number, but I guess switching phones and different things like that, some things were lost in interpretation.
Specifications are subject to change. Terms and conditions apply.
All rights reserved.
No warranties or guarantees expressed or implied.
And whatnot and so forth, and things some way of their own.
That's right.
And Big Marty really does sell carpet cheaper.
Crazy Eddie, his prices are insane.
Yes, his prices are insane.
I wish that noise and stuff would go away, but I guess there's thunderstorms somewhere out in the distance.
Yeah, I'll have to look at the weather and see if there's anything bearing down on us anytime soon.
last I looked, it was out around Harrisburg. There was a line of thunderstorms, like traveling northeast.
So you think we would hear them from this distance?
Yeah, that's only 60, 70 miles away.
Yeah, I got quite a bit of garbage in my receive. It's not loud or nothing, it's just not pleasant.
Yeah, you could hear lightning crashes 60, 70 miles away here on this band. You go down to 160 and you'll hear lightning crashes that are 300, 400, 500 miles away.
I don't know who you double with, but only the 500 miles away was the only thing that made it through.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we got some stuff coming from southwest, a little bit past Lancaster. Probably get hit by something, I would say.
You think it's coming this way, Freebird?
Yeah, looking at the data, like the chart and all that. Yeah, probably a little something or another.
Hey, fool.
Do I have it? Yeah, on this band, you'll hear lightning 70, 80, maybe 90 miles away. On 160 meters, you'll hear lightning crashes 300, 400, 500 miles away or more.
Oh, wow, that's a long ways off.
I just heard a thunderclap.
Whoa, maybe it's closer than we realize.
I think it's getting closer. Closer and closer.
Right now it's north of Lancaster. There's a little cell going through Wyomissing, so it's not that far away.
Yeah, it's getting like more consistent and a little bit stronger than it was earlier.
Yeah, we got like a 79% something chance till 11 o'clock or whatever. Yeah, I'll get a little something maybe. See what happens.
Yeah, I think we're going to get some rain tonight.
Yeah, we got some earlier today. Small cell came through and rained like the Dickens for about 15 minutes.
Yep, I remember that one. I was working on the Ranger, getting the pedal off the truck so I can replace the fuel pump on it. Yep, I get hit by it.
Echo Master. Oh no, none of that echo stuff.
That's a demerit for each of you.
And next thing you know, we'll be having Echo and Roger beat wars.
Go!
That was good, Freebird.
Yep, all you do is try. Beep, beep.
My echo's better than your echo.
More Echo than Charger.
Yeah, nobody outdid Charger. He was like the king of unlimited reverb.
The king of Echo. Or Echo King.
Echo Master. No, Echo Max.
Faster, speed.
Oh no, the flock is getting out of hand here.
Yep, that's a demerit for each one of you. All you violators, that's one demerit.
Pearce begun.
You guys going to attract certain kinds of attention next thing you know.
Yeah, right? And that's not the kind of attention you want to attract.
No, you don't.
That's for sure.
Like moths to a flame.
Yeah, so I had to turn down. I'm not trying to know everybody.
keep it simple so we can understand each other. I was thinking more along the lines of flies to something.
Well, again, trying to keep it clean. I don't want to give myself a demerit.
A loaf of bread, a glass of wine, an echo mic, and a good, decent carrier. Well, well, well.
What are you, some kind of poet?
No.
Sounds like something the 17th century poet would write.
What they know about a carrier in the 17th century?
Yeah, well, you know, it's got that certain medieval flair to it, you know.
Loaf of bread, a jug of wine, echo mic, and a carrier. Well, well, well.
Yeah, a jug of wine, an echo mic, and I'm feeling fine. And there you go.
Well, before this goes any further down the rabbit hole, I'm going to call it a night. I had a long, arduous day, so I'm just going to bail out. A lot of bailing out is good. My demerit pad is starting to get full, so we'll end the video gate here, and no more offenses will be recorded. Thanks for the fun. We'll catch you all later. Sunday night, hopefully, if not sooner. Countywide radio going that way. 7-3 all.
Pete, before you go, what's Billy the Kid's hours, working hours? Is he daytime guy, nighttime guy, middle?
Daytime. I think he's done work by like 4 or something like that, he said.
Saying 4.
I'll catch you later. Classic radio roundup.
All right there, Pete. Thanks for the fun, bagger. Train. I'm not going yet.
For a little bit, because nobody's coming up to bed yet, so I'll wait till that happens. And then I'll pull the plug.